Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I'm, of course, your host, Aaron, and today we are going to jump off topic and talk about a TV show that I saw earlier today that just didn't sit right with me. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. So first things first, I know you're saying, hey, wait a second, you have an empty shelf over there, and there is a great reason why. I am putting all my Funko Pops organized. That's right, I am organizing them, baby, into separate things and all that good shit. And the Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops have been put away because I'm gonna spread all the One Piece Funko Pops in the back. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna move the little Naruto rack in the middle, but it's a very big possibility. I haven't decided yet. It really depends how many containers I have because I filled most of them up, and to be honest with you, I'm gonna have to empty some out and put a bunch of cardboard boxes in cardboard because like I said, I'm running out of stuff. Now, on to different things. Let's just jump into what I wanted to talk about before I even forget. Now, at my job, I have very little downtime. I'm running around all day. It's tiresome. I drink a lot of coffee, and the coffee sometimes doesn't even seem to hit me. I'm just so this week hasn't been a great start. I woke up late, it snowed, fucking crazy, anxiety up to here. And yeah, that's been my week, and we're still in that week. So hopefully it will get better. We had Hanukkah on Saturday, and I don't know. I don't know, folks. Was it Saturday or was it Sunday? I can't remember anymore. All my days kind of just mixed together. But when I'm at work, I sometimes have an opportunity to view some shows on television. Now, normally when I come into work, I'll just put in like the background noise just so I can hear something. And it's like the home and what is it, home and garden? They may not have home and garden, but homes, whatever the fuck it is, A&D. That's what I usually put on. It's either Storage Wars, and it used to be zombie house flipping or zombie houses or some shit like that. And I used to really like those shows, but I guess the zombie show, they don't make any more episodes. And with Storage Wars, there are a bunch of old episodes, and I think they just came back maybe in the middle of this year with some brand new episodes, but they haven't really put them on, so it really doesn't pull my attention and shit like that. But today when I came into work, I turned on the television and it was loud as fuck, so I don't know who the hell was listening to this shit. And it was a show called you know what? I can't even fucking remember the name of it. Something Fear, Paranormal Fear, Fear Paranormal, or something like that. And the show is about like these four people. I'm trying to remember their names. There's Alex, there's Chelsea, there's Connor, and then there's another dude who is the head of the thing, and the girl Chelsea is her sister and shit like that. I'm doing a horrible job at telling you what the show is about, but it's like a mix of paranormal activity and fear factor, because once they go into these homes, they kind of do like these separation things where they separate into four rooms, and they kind of like compete with each other who's gonna scare the shit out of the other one, and then they get all dramatic, get pissed off, and the filmography, if that's the correct word to use, is god awful. You know, they're recording themselves, but someone's recording them. It's just really crazy. So I turned it on, and they went to like Fort Knox. And in Fort Knox, there was a bunch of shit that happened. I thought Fort Knox was where all the gold was, right? I thought that was where the gold is. When you go to Fort Knox, you're digging for gold. That's where the old miners and shit went. But I guess Fort Knox is something else. It's a haunted place, and people are scared. Boogeyman and shit like that. So these fucking four fools on this episode, they went in there, and they decided that two of the people were going to chain themselves, like in Saw, into this room. So if there was any kind of paranormal activity or anything that came after them, they couldn't escape. And there was like drama, like the girl kind of pranked all the other guys and they were pissed off at her. So now they're trying to like prank her back. So you don't even know what's really going on because it could be them scaring her and then all this other shit. And then you know how they have the basic paranormal things that go on. You know, they're chilling, they're having a discussion, and then a light would flicker or one of their little music boxes will like make a noise. And like, oh my god, there's a ghost in here. Oh my god, oh my god. So I don't know what is going on in television anymore. I thought paranormal stuff was in the past, you know, like Paranormal Activity, that was years ago. And then I had a friend before who was really into this shit. I thought she was a goofball. And the only paranormal stuff that I like with the psychics and all that shit was the episode of South Park where Cartman said that he was a psychic and he had the psychic showdown. And they go, so that's the only thing that I would accept as, paranormal or psychic. Because this television show was so dumb and so stupid, I had no idea how this shit got on the air. Because it was basically like a dramatic take on 4 people who were just doing stupid shit and they're getting paid for it to be on television. Where do they shower? They're on a fucking bus. They didn't say that they shower. They just showed them on a fucking bus. In very nice clothing, by the way. They were dressed to the T. To the T. What the fuck was that goddamn show? No. I think it was Paranormal Fear, but it can't be that. Because I'm sure once I take a look at it, it's not going to be that at all. So, that was my whole scoop on why I wanted to make this episode. I thought that was really dumb. It wasn't really good. And if you want to watch any even like good shows and shit like that, I'm going to tell you some good shows right now. Abbott Elementary, very good show. Not about paranormal shit, but I'm just throwing these shows out there just in case you want to watch them. There's one that's like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. It's like the Magnificent 7 or Magnificent 9. I don't remember the name of it, but it's pretty decent. It's cartoon. One Piece, of course. If you haven't watched One Piece, I don't know what to tell you, but just do not jump into the Netflix one. I'm going to tell you not to jump into the Netflix One Piece because it is not anything that you maybe want to see. And I don't know. So if you have any questions about this television show that I watched today, and I can attempt to answer them, or you think that this show is pretty good and you want to give it a thumbs up, I'm giving it a thumbs down. It's definitely getting a thumbs down. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to put over here. I know I'm changing the subject because I'm really done with the whole paranormal fear thing. I mean, I wouldn't even go on Fear Factor. To me, Fear Factor was fucking too crazy. I ain't putting my hand or shit in bugs and spiders and gunk and crap like that. I don't need that. I already deal enough with that with the shit and the piss that I gotta clean up every single day. I'm in the healthcare field, folks. That's what I do. I gotta do it. Someone's gotta do it, and it's gonna be me. So once the this room is all good and cleaned down, and plus the reason the real organization is happening is because I'm gonna have company over towards the end of December, and I need things to look a little bit nicer than they are. Now, I wanted to try to get an interior designer or a decorator in here to help me out, but that ain't gonna fucking help. That ain't gonna help. That's not gonna help me, and that's not gonna happen anytime soon. So, I guess I gotta say, my name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time when we do more subboard things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.